All right, welcome, welcome. We had a really interesting journey here. We were in Vancouver, and our flights were canceled, and then we were gonna board the next morning, yesterday morning, and then they said, "Hey, we don't have flights for you," so we made it. We're here, so we're excited to be in New York. So normally I just talk on the fly and make up things on here, and hopefully it makes sense. But I did have speaker notes today. I wrote a speech on the plane. I think this is important, especially for the audience here. So today is NFT and NPC Day at the same time. I don't know where NFT Day, it's probably somewhere else, but this is actually the real party. And yeah, we're incredibly excited for everyone here to join us. We're gathered here, and for those who flew across the continents or across oceans or took the subway, we're really appreciative that you made it here. And the number of signups for this event, was incredible. We had, I think, nearly 300 folks, and you guys all made it. I'm sure there would be a lot more people coming in for the panel. So we had to turn away a bunch of folks. People were DMing me like, hey, how do I come here? And so, you guys are the lucky few. And not only that, there were so many incredible projects being built using ERC-6551 or token-bound accounts that have applied to do a demo today. We had the really tough choice of selecting the ones that we think can showcase the future. And so those are the ones you're going to see today. But that being said, there are many other people here who are builders who are working on amazing projects. So definitely chat with them. We have plenty of time today, this whole entire evening to meet one another. But rest assured that NPC Day is just a single blip, a data point in a much larger trend and graph. And the way we, in the future of all of this is super amazing. So I kind of call this a movement. As you guys know, my background in 2017, I had the chance to work with a few folks here at Dapper, Axiom Zen, and CryptoKitties. So I really do see NPC as the next evolution of this. So yeah, my name is Benny. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Future Primitive, and I'm mostly known for breeding fun new ideas into reality, like CryptoKitties 6 years ago. With my massive creative drive and impeccable taste, there are some regrets that I've had over the last 6 years. First is the kitties kind of ended up looking like rats at the end of the day. I mean, that's a huge regret. Number two is the acronym NFTs. I think in the beginning we were like, this shouldn't be the word, but it became the word. And then number three is I never got to meet LeBron James. I worked on NBA Top Shot, but never met LeBron James, which I totally regret. Instead, what I got along the way through these last 6 years is an arduous journey of meeting some of my best friends all around the world. Don't worry, I consider you all my new best friends now, and so I hope we get the chance to live life together and build really cool stuff together. And we all are in this crypto time, so one day is like, I don't know, many days. But first, I do want to say that you guys are truly super weird for showing up here and NPCs, what is that? And but like honestly, who would spend $250,000 on an ape? I don't know. People like you guys, maybe. At the end of the day, this NFT movement started with humble beginnings in 2017. Literally just like this. It was such a small room. I'm sure Paul would know. And this tiny group that gathered together in 2017, 2018, it was like Devin and Alex from OpenSea, Marguerite and Ben from Blockade Games, Gabby, Chase, and Paul from OP Games and YGG. We have Arthur and Sebastian from Pixowl, which became Sandbox. You have Jiho from Axie, Randy and the team at Lucid Sight, and a few others who came to this really, really tiny dinner. It was like 10, 12 of us, right? At GDC in March 2018. And I'll be honest, the food was like, okay, it was like 2 out of 5 stars. It was in SF, maybe New York food's better. So I really do think that we're truly the outcast of outcasts. Look, this room here, I'm guarantee you in the next few years is going to be like NPC everywhere, right? So we are the early believers. And we had a panel at GDC. It was like a small little panel about NFTs, and they put us in a side room. And I think honestly, it was like a favor to one of the speakers who came from the gaming industry. And we were there, and we're like, "Hey, NFTs are really cool." And then everyone, like, no one showed up. So who would have thought this group of creative thinkers were able to will this simple, basic, and almost ridiculous idea of NFTs into existence? The thousands of faces that I've had the incredible chance to meet, over 50 plus talks over the last 6 years, I still makes me laugh incredibly hard. I feel gobsmacked. I don't know if that's the word at the end of the day. And in some ways, I've been saying the same thing for 6 years. So for me, it really boils down to networks, narratives, and objects, the three basic ingredients that make up this NFT movement, and still does today. Fun fact, it also applies to NPCs too. So the way I see it, today is a very special day, not because we have an amazing lineup of speakers, or that we have amazing presentations and demos. It's special because you guys all made the journey here. Hey, Kara. And you took the day off, you declined other event invitations, you showed up for NPC Day, and quite frankly, you're in this small room that's going to get even smaller and hopefully not sweaty, just to kind of hear about what the future holds. And for that, from the bottom of our hearts for Future Primitive and station team and everybody, we thank you for showing up and made this happen. You can now tell your friends who couldn't make it today that they missed out on being part of history. In retrospect, you'll look back 6 years from now and you'll be able to tell your story, and hopefully you'll organize your own event. Just make sure you invite me and the team to show up to be an audience member. And not only that, lastly, everyone in this room, I really do believe you're going to be the next generation of builders. You're going to launch the most amazing projects. And we're all here to kind of discuss the combination, the merging of two worlds, AI and Web3 and NFTs. So I'm fucking stoked. I think we got a lot of stuff to show you. I do have a presentation. That was my written speech that I needed to have notes for, but hopefully it went by okay. So yeah, let's a round of applause before we jump into the deck. First things first, this is important. Make sure you call this number. Some people already know this. As we make these mixtapes, I actually pull in the voices of the community into these mixtapes, and I have like more than 20, 30 voicemails that are incredibly inspiring. So, if you have the chance, definitely call that number. Not right now. And then, who knows, maybe you'll be part of the mixtape. So, all right, we're going to skip that part, and I think we have a video. Hey, this is Benny. It's been so long since we connected. I hope you're doing well. I believe it was 6 years ago since we last chatted. I tried a few times to reach out to you, but every time I just couldn't do it. Let's find time to catch up soon and share all of the stories that have happened. I think this is our chance.
He's one of the next, to me, in America, period. He's one of the next. It's nice. Dope mixtape, got his own flavor. Took a chance and just like did what he wanted to do, and that's why it worked for him. And that's why y'all gonna see where he end up and who he gonna be with.
I'm 6 years older now. Since that moment where we had the chance to work on that project together. That project changed everything for me. It gave me all the opportunities that I have now, and I'm incredibly grateful. And more so, I now have the opportunity to be working with one of the most amazing teams, incredible teams, in building the next chapter of this, the next chapter of NFTs and culture and all of that, and it gets me so excited.
Like I'm designing this candle, right? Or like the student or the classroom is this. Like if I put this candle in an all-white gallery space, it looks like a piece of art. If I put it on like in a garage, it looks like a piece of trash. You know, like someone would throw it away. It's dented. And I think I often use this analogy in design. I could either design the candle and spend a lot of time like telling you about the candle, or I could just design the room that it sits in.
ERC 6551 is going to change the world.
Holy crap! Yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm about it, dude. Every NFT, every one of my priceless JPEGs can own a wallet. What the fuck? I knew the calling this line was a lot better than reading the website.
Thank you for making this. I am stoked.
I think what y'all are doing is brilliant.
Fuck yeah. I'm stoked. This is Louis Landeros46. That's my Twitter handle. The God profile picture. And all I gotta say is, man, this ERC, this new development is getting slept on. People need to act on the knowledge that is here now, unless I want to get left behind and DMing you for advice later on. Thank you.
So that's mixtape number 2. Hopefully they get you stoked. So I'm going to blast through the rest. I think you've heard this. I'm here because I think NFTs are broken. Over the last 6 years, a lot of development has happened, but I think it's entered into a hyper-speculation market of floor price, volume, and royalties. And so there are really 3 main problems that I've seen is when we designed 721 as the NFT standard, we really never thought about on-chain mechanics beyond buy-sell trade. Sure, there was breeding, battling, all these things, but they have been appended as an afterthought. Number 2 is NFTs were never meant to live across different chains. When we launched it, it was like, hey, it lives on Ethereum mainnet or a different chain, and that was it. And then third is we never thought NFTs would be part of your identity. We just thought they were cute, cuddly, collectible cats. But I think somewhere along the line, the PFP movement kind of introduced that. And I'll just kind of blast through, like, present day, if you're a builder, this is kind of your experience, right? You launch a 721, you add a contract on the side, you got to hire Solidity developers, audit, it's risky, time consuming, or you modify 721 and it becomes like a Frankenstein contract that is not supported by platforms. The second thing is NFTs across chain, right? I think if you've tried to bridge something, you've experienced this. You either lock up your NFT on a bridge contract or you destroy it and then you mint a clone in an L2. I think there are obvious reasons why that is not very efficient. Third is we all have become associated with our wallets, ENS and all these things. You can do all those things, but you know, how come for an NFT you just put it in a ledger or a wallet, you screenshot it for a PFP, or you hold it till the floor rises, and that's really what you can do. So introducing token-bound accounts. We've give every NFT its own account address. It's fully backwards compatible and future forward. NFTs can now hold all types of assets from NFTs to ERC 20, 1155. Not only that, you can actually connect fully on chain to any dApp, Uniswap, OpenSea, and connect as your NFT and perform trades. You could also be a signer on a multi-sig as well as an NFT, which is super awesome. So those are the 3 benefits of token-bound accounts that I wanted to share with you guys as you start to see all the demos that are coming in. One is the idea of plug-and-play on-chain game mechanics. We want this composable future of you launch an NFT, you could have staking, right? You launch this NFT, you could have burning, right? Number 2 is we believe that NFT is going to live across the entire EVM space. And then third is we really want you to log in as your NFT as a true online identity. So what does that look like? The future state is every NFT has a token-bound account, and there's this idea of custom light contracts or apps that you can actually add into the token-bound account. The second thing is we really do think we have a great solution for cross-chain where mainnet is where your NFT will live, where liquidity and value sits. But if you want to play with apps or experiences, games, DAOs, and all that, you can interact with all the L2s. Last but not least is you could log in as your NFT and create history. So your NFT has its own address. It could be an ENS subdomain, and you could do everything a wallet can. Now we're going to get into NPCs. So this is how I think about it. NPCs is the combination of AI, which is the brain. I've tweeted this. It helps with data ingestion and the learning models. NFTs are like the body. They have a visual image. They have a community. They have a social identity. And then we also have autonomous worlds, which Elena will be here to speak about. And for us, NPCs, as you guys all know, for most contexts, is non-player character, but for us, is network playable character. And this kind of describes it like how an NPC lives in a network, commits transactions on chain. Number 2 is the unique on-chain actions that you can take by the owner, usually results in a sense of delight. And then 3rd is it could be a fictional or non-fictional character or a token. And so this is the evolution that we're talking about, is NFTs as a medium has primarily been buy-sell trade, and we're going to transition to use interact program. So I'm going to blast through this. So there are really 3 really cool things. One is NFTs can have now asset ownership. You could put any tokens inside. Second, you can log in as your NFT. It could be a signer, executor. 3rd is programmability. This is where we start getting to really cool areas, right? I just came from a panel at Mainnet with Sasha from Parallel, and it's this idea of linking LLMs to help with decision making on the NPC side. And there are already, in the AI world, which I'm not an expert, there are already models that help you perform. They call it autonomous agents or AI agents to help you perform tasks. One of them is Baby AGI. The other is AutoGPT, but there are hundreds and thousands of these types of models now. And so why does it matter? Well, first is I really do believe that NPCs can improve your on-chain productivity. I think in the future, you're going to talk to your mutant ape and you're going to be like, hey, can you complete the daily quest? And it goes and completes the rabbit hole quest for you, and it comes back with those rewards. The second thing is I think NPCs can help with discovery and curation. So you could say, hey, Cool Cat, can you mint a playlist with all the new music NFT releases from Sounds? And it goes and finds the right songs based on your taste and creates a playlist for you. And 3rd, which I think is extremely important, is the metaverses, the autonomous worlds, or the worlds, or whatever, digital worlds. They have the same problem. The same problem as they have an empty world problem. If it's not us dialing in, it's pretty much a ghost town. And so our imagination is NPCs are actually here to populate these empty worlds, to create narratives, to create storylines that haven't existed yet. So that's the end of my talk. Definitely scan that. We have a developer working group, a token-bound working group, or check out tokenbound.org. Yeah, thanks again for having us. Thanks for coming, making the trip down here for NPC Day. And I'm sure this will continue to grow. So thank you so much.